Okay, so this is the 10th video of our following tutorial series, data structures and algorithm. So we were talking about the searching procedure uh, that we can perform on the array. So this is this second topic according to that searching procedure. So this is the pseudocode for search array to find duplicate values. So this is a very uh, useful method when it comes to arrays. So sometimes we need to find if our array is having duplicate values or not. So in order to do that kind of a thing, we can perform this procedure and find whether our array is containing a duplicate values or not. So basically duplicate value means if our array consists exact same values. So let in this case this array consisting 2 twice, which means 2 is duplicated. So if there will be another 2, which means 3 number 2's, which means it's also duplicated. So likewise, if they are existing same values at the array, it is having duplicate values, and we can perform this procedure to find that duplicate values. Okay, so the first step is to initialize the corresponding variables. So in here I have been initialized two variables. The first one is I and the second one is j. And in the step 2, the same thing, which is the traversing the array, traversing the each and every element at the array. So in order to do that, I can simply perform this while loop with having this condition, and it will traverse each and every element in the array. So in this first iteration, we have to set another variable. So in this case I assume that variable as num. Then this num will be containing this first value at the first iteration. The first iteration I is equal to 0, then the ai, which means a0, will be 2, then the num variable having the element 2. So likewise in the second iteration the I will be 1, so the ai will be 10, then the num will be having number 10. Likewise, this is a temporary variable to store this type of current element at the array. Then the j will be increased by 1 with respect to I. So in each and every iteration I will be incremented here also, and the j will be incremented by respecting the I. So if I is incrementing by 1, then the j will be incremented by I plus 1, which means if I is 1, then the j will be 2. If I is 2, then the j will be 3. Likewise, both I and j will be increased. Then there is the second iteration. So in here it also having the exact same condition, but it has been replaced this I by j, because this while loop will only perform by avoiding our current element. So this basically like this. First we get some kind of an element from this array, then we check other elements that contain in the array, and check if there exist uh, any kind of same element that we are just stored before. So let's assume our first element is 2, which means the num is 2. Then when it comes to this this while loop, it will traverse all of these elements. So let me show you. It will traverse all of these existing elements at the array. Then it will search if there exist any duplicated values. So in order to check if there exist any duplicated values, we can simply perform this uh, if statement. So if we found any kind of duplicated value, there will be printing a message called duplicated value found. Otherwise it will be not printing anything, and simply j will be increased by 1. Then the while loop will be uh, happen continuously up until to the upper bound. So likewise there will be incrementing I by 1, which means now our while loop having our first while loop having this place, and our second while loop will be having other existing values. uh, so in the second iteration, our first while loop will be here, then our second while loop will be traversed all over this place. So this is the second while loop. So then if when it comes to the second iteration, if there is any duplicate values, it will be printing that thing also if it is found the duplicate value. Otherwise it will be not printing anything. Okay, so this is the basic structure for, or this is the basic pseudocode for such array to find duplicate values. So let's move to the other C code. Okay, so this is our C code after we done our code. Okay, let's move to our code. So first we can include our preprocessors. Then define our next variable in our void main function, in our array which containing max element. So let's say 2, 5, 6, 2, 3, and 6, maybe 8, 9, 10, 10, 77, 88, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So now we are having 10 elements. Then I can define I and j, and I can define another variable to check whether we found a duplicated value or not. So this I and j will be 0 at the initial point. So the first loop, so in this our pseudocode, I have been used while loop. So the in my C code I have been used for loop. So it doesn't matter whether it is a for loop or while not, it will do the same thing because it's just an iteration. So in here, first I'll initialize my I variable, and this is the condition. It will goes up until the max position, and it will be incremented by each iteration. So each iteration the num value. So I should define that one also. So in order to do that, I will define this variable like this, and it will storing current element from the array. Then we can move on to the our second iteration. So in here the j will be increased by respecting the I value. Then j will also flow up until to the max boundary, so upper bound. Then j will also increase by 1. So in here we can simply perform our if statement to check whether our duplicate value found or not. So num arr j. Then if it is found, there will be printing a simple message called duplicated number found at a particular index. Duplicated number found at this index. So this index will be j. And in here, if a duplicated number has been found, it is not necessary to go further, because our main purpose for this code is only to check whether this array is containing duplicated values or not. So if it is found a duplicated value at some point, we can perform a break operation. So it will be more effective, because it's not necessary to check the existing values at the array. And if it is not found any kind of duplicated values, we can simply perform another if statement. Okay, so before that, if it is found any kind of duplicated value, we should change our duplicated value as 1. Then in here we can check our duplicated value is equal to 0 or 1. If it is equal to 0, which means we haven't been found any kind of duplicated values. So there should be printing a message called duplicated value has not been found. Duplicated, or let's say no any duplications. Any kind of message in processing this particular mean. So I think our code is done. Let's compile. Duplicated. This undeclared. Okay, in here I have been missing a p. So let's compile again. Okay. Yes. Okay, now compile errors. Then let's run. Okay, so it's saying the duplicated number found at third index. So it's correct, right? Because number 2 has been duplicated at the 0th index and the third index. So it should be saying a duplicated number found at third index. So let's assume if there is no any duplications, so all the values are unique and there is no duplicated values. So if I compile and run the program again, it's saying no any duplications, because each and every elements are unique, so there is no duplications. So this is how we implement a C code uh, to search an array to find duplicate values. And this is the last topic according to the searching procedure of the array.